Hey, Dove, when do you think you're gonna review my next movie?
Do you know what, Chucky? I was just about to do that. Welcome back to my Chucky series of reviews leading up to the 2019 remake, but first we have to review Cult of Chucky. This is the final and concluding chapter in the Child's Play franchise, and the story to Cult of Chucky is Nika, played by Fiona Dorff. She gets transferred to a mental institution where Chucky is building his cult, and this is going to be Chucky's biggest plan yet. So, we are here, guys. We are at the end of my Chucky series of reviews. We have reviewed all of the original trilogy, all three of the original movies, along with Bride and Seed of Chucky and Curse of Chucky, and now we are here. The final Child's Play movie, right in time, right before the 2019 remake comes into theaters. We are here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this review out of the way. Talking about the characters, Chucky. Man, we are 7 films into this franchise now, and Brad Dourif is nailing it. He's knocking it out of the park in every installment now. This is Brad Dourif's best voice acting since Child's Play 2. These are some of my favourite Chucky one-liners in the entire franchise, and basically Chucky's character is Chucky. He's building this cult, so there's more than one Chucky, which I thought that was a really cool element, adding the whole cult into it. I thought that was a really cool element of this 7th movie. And now the one you have all been waiting for. Andy is back in this franchise and he is better than ever. Yeah, that is right. Alex Vincent is reprising his role as Andy in this movie, and Andy is back, bitches. So yeah, let's talk about Andy for a minute. Andy, he finally gets a comeback in this movie. After what Chucky did to him in Child's Play 1 and 2, he's back and he's ready to get revenge. He's sick of Chucky's shit and he's getting revenge. And this is a badass Andy. He's no longer scared, he is a badass ending. Holy shit. It really delivers as a long-time Chucky fan. And now Andy is finally getting his long-time revenge on Chucky. I feel like it's such a powerful scene, that ending. But as far as Alex Vincent's performance in this movie, his character has definitely changed over time. And I mean, it's cool how they added him back into this final movie, and he's finally getting his long-time revenge on Chucky and all. But Alex Vincent's performance, it really feels like he was just phoning it in. This movie, his performance is not as good as the original trilogy. He feels like he's phoning it in most of the time. He feels like he just does not want to be there. But yeah, unfortunately his performance is not really that good in this movie. And now Jennifer Tilly. She was great in Bride of Chucky, and now she's back to Seed of Chucky type form here. She's very over the top. She doesn't really have a lot to do in this movie. Same with Andy. Andy does not have a lot to do in this movie either. Jennifer Tilly, or Tiffany and Andy, they're kind of left to the side for a lot of this movie. Basically why she's there is to get Chucky into this mental institution and kind of help him build his cult and all of that. But Chucky movies, she's really good. But then for others, she's phoning it in. And unfortunately, this is one where she's phoning it in and she's just very over the top, very over comedic, and it's just not really necessary. I think if I removed her from this movie, the movie would be no different. But she's not on screen a lot, which is good, but when she is, she's really phoning it in most of the time. Fiona Dorff. She is really great in this movie. She was great in Curse of Chucky, and once again she is great here. She knows how to balance this performance, and you can think of Fiona Dorff two ways. You can think of her just she's a part of the family, let's just put her in this movie. Maybe think she's phoning this in, but she is actually really good in this movie, and I really liked her character, I liked her performance, I liked her portrayal of this character, and yet she does not phone it in, and she is really good in this movie. And now the deaths. This movie is R-rated, and it certainly deserves that R-rating, because there are some pretty brutal deaths. Like the death where there's a drill go through somebody's head, There's one scene when Nika steps on somebody's face, and they're probably two of the most bloodiest deaths in this movie. Like, the deaths in this are probably the most goriest in this franchise, because I've seen a lot more gory deaths than that in other horror movies, but these are some of the most goriest deaths in this franchise. It certainly deserves that R rating because it goes for it. And now the ending. Shit, yes. Let's talk about that ending. So, yeah, like I said, Andy, he finally makes his comeback. He's at the top of his game in this movie. He's pissed off at Chucky. He's not taking any more of Chucky's shit, and he wants to get revenge on Chucky. And he shoots him and then steps on his face. I mean, it's such a great, and it's such a powerful scene for Andy's character. That ending. I feel like it's been a long time. Child's Play fans has been here since the first movie and making it all the way here. This was such a great ending, and it delivered on a long time Chucky fan, and following this franchise up until now, that ending, it delivers in every way. Like, the only downside of when Andy's on screen is really Alex Vincent's performance. He really just feels like he's phoning it in. He feels like he does not care about this role anymore, because you feel no passion and there's no really emotion, there's no energy to his role in really any scene. He just feels like he's phoning it in every scene he's in. So I think, minus his performance, when he's on screen, he is really good. There is an after credit scene in this, and yes, Kyle is back, baby. That is right. Kyle from Child's Play 2 is back in her biggest and wildest form ever. We have not seen Kyle since Child's Play 2, and now she's finally making her heroic comeback to this franchise in Cult of Chucky. So my overall thoughts on Cult of Chucky. I like this movie. Good to see Andy make a comeback into this franchise, but Alex Vincent's performance pulled back the Andy character so much, and just the way his character has changed over time, I didn't really like that much. I feel like, just being a huge fan of those original 3 movies, this really did feel like, in ways, a betrayal of the Andy character. Just the way he's progressed and the way he's like at this stage in his life, I don't really like. I mean, it was cool to see Alex Vincent make his return to this franchise. It was cool to see Kyle come back to this franchise in the after credit scene. There's some wildly creative and really gory deaths. If you are a gore hound, you might like these deaths, but they aren't the most goriest deaths I've ever seen, but they're definitely some of the most goriest deaths in this entire franchise. Jennifer Tilly was wasted in this movie. Fiona Dorff was really great in this role once again. I mean, she was great in Curse of Chucky, and she does not let down this time. That's it. We are done. We have officially wrapped this review series. I want to thank everyone who have watched my Chucky reviews. I want to review more big horror franchises in the future. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you in the next video.